Welcome to the No Zone podcast. I have chicken strips here with me.
What up?
What up, dude? Okay, so we're gonna talk about Evileska today. We're gonna just throw it all out there. I feel like me and chicken strips are on the same page with a lot of things. Where we really tried to, you know, stay friends with her through everything.
Mm.
I so the way I met Evileska was I had just gotten my first Twitch payout, right? And I told my community, hey, I'm going to go and I'm going to give this out to people. And that's exactly what I did. And I believe Batgirl was doing maybe like a love raid on her or something. And so I pop into Evil's channel and I just start dropping biddies. Well, of course, that catches Batgirl's attention, you know.
Money grab?
Yeah, I think I was asked to be a mod that same day.
Probably.
And that's how I met her, dude. And I just dropped a lot of biddies because she just seemed so nice and like genuine.
Yep.
And it just felt like a really wholesome channel. And then, and I don't even really remember why, but Batgirl like banned her from Batgang, right? Or demodded
Mm.
her or something.
Yeah, demoted her.
Is that what it was? Was just like a demotion?
They demoted her and just put her back as a regular member.
So it'd be like in the kitchen, them being like, hey, you've been promoted to customer.
It basically, yeah.
Clock out and clear dish, you're fired.
Right.
And it was just weird because I was like one of the only channels that she had popped into. And I remember her saying something about this where she liked to try and make things kind of awkward for people. But when she popped into my channel, I was just like, yo, Evil Eska, great to see you, blah, blah, blah. And then obviously she popped into everyone's channel and it was just like super awkward for everybody.
Yep.
and
And some of us were kind of like, hey, this is weird.
yeah, we're like, I don't know what to do. We don't really
But
know
granted,
what you did.
that whole like situation just put everybody like in a position where like we kind of feared for our own positions within the community, It's like,
Right.
are we gonna get in trouble for associating with her?
Right. And we don't want to
So
be
I think that's where a
next.
lot of our fear came from. Is like, this is one of the first communities that we really kind of got a part of, and then it's kind of like losing your mom, but not losing her entirely.
Right. She's still around.
So yeah, it was weird.
Like a weird breakup, but you work together.
Right, exactly. And a number of times I'd be like, dude, this would be so much easier if I had Evil's help.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I'll give it to her. Evil was a good mod. She did, she knew what to do, and definitely give her credit where credit's due.
right. She always, I mean, was always putting in work.
Always, she was on that computer almost 24/7, putting her blood, sweat, and tears into that community.
Yeah.
So I mean, she definitely got like the short end of the stick, and obviously when that all happens, and we're now on the on the line, it's kind of like, well, I don't want to ruin my chances with this community, and I think we all kind of had our guard up, and we didn't hate her. We just were like, this is kind of a shitty situation where one person wouldn't listen to the other person and just made decisions and then
Right.
bans people for like no reason.
Awkward.
Very.
Do you remember why she was demoted?
Had to do with she went to mod for, I think it was
Oh, that's
40.
right.
I want to say it was 40-year-old bot. She was
Or
asked to mod
Noof
for him or
or
New. It was
somebody.
Noof. That's what it was. It was Noof. Noof was looking for mods, and her and Evil had, or Noof and Batgirl had this big old beef going ever since the whole bullshit with Kugel. And she was just pretty much like, I can't trust her. She's gonna go and basically tell everybody how we do things over here. And I mean, in my head, I'm going, who the fuck cares?
Right, dude?
Let her.
I
Like,
never
why does
saw
it
Noof
matter?
that way. Like he's a pretty chill dude.
Yeah, Noof is a really chill dude. I actually enjoy watching his streams. He's got a lot of cool people in his community. I mean, I saw the whole issue with him and Kugel, and I just said, you know what? Like, Kugel was a shady dude.
I never really liked Kugel.
Didn't care for him either. He was high energy, but it was more like, the fake energy. The dude has over hundreds of people in his streams and is still not partner. There's a reason.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
His
view
fucking
bots are a
chat is
thing.
nothing but emotes too.
Not moving. You can't
Ugh.
program bots to constantly chat. AI is not that advanced on Twitch yet. Give it time.
Oh, I'm sure it will be in the future.
Oh,
Super
100%.
special bot package, dude. They even have
Uh,
conversations with each other.
a low subscription price of $29.99 a month. And people will buy that shit just to get the views.
So I forgot that that's why she was demoted.
Yeah, that was what it was. And then, of course, from Evil's standpoint, it was a complete, like, innocent thing. She was just helping a friend.
Right,
That
but
was, and I wholeheartedly believe that's exactly what it was. It was helping a friend. And I don't know how many times I had to tell Batgirl, listen, like, why the fuck are you just jumping to conclusions? Like, her and Noof are friends. Like, why is it such a big deal? Well, she needs to be devoted to just this one community. Like, the whole being devoted to one community thing really just pissed me off.
right, the whole
I hated
KDT
it.
mentality.
Yeah, yeah, she went with that whole, well, Jay said that, we one community, that's it. You don't need to have multiples. Like, you don't need
KDT
to
or
have
you're
all these checks.
nothing. Like
Yeah,
what?
KDT or nothing. And that's when she learned that she went into that whole bat gang or nothing. And we were all like, fuck you and nothing. Because we
You
didn't care. Like, we
don't
were
own
just
me.
there just to kind of have fun and be a part of a community, be like in the backgrounds, the inner workings to see how that shit goes. And I think that burnt a lot of us out on the whole wanting to be a mod for these larger communities because it was one of those things where you're sticking your neck out for another community just to get it cut off.
Right,
And that's
exactly.
exactly what happened to Evil. Evil literally got completely shafted by helping somebody else.
Right, and it was mostly harmless, I feel like.
Mostly, yes, 100%.
And then we all got shafted.
Yeah, dude, that was a fun time in the streaming career.
Right? It was just so weird for
Getting
me
completely kicked out of a community and banned for pretty much nothing.
because of a
Make it
check-in
make
button.
sense.
Because of
Yeah,
a fucking check-in button.
yeah. Oh, it just says otter. Who the fuck's the otters?
Right. And I mean,
It
to
was
be
so
fair,
dumb.
a lot of us were stepping down from mod at that time,
Yep.
but because
I was
she
already on that verge.
she mass DM'd us the same copy and paste message and was like, "Do
Yep.
you really want a mod for me?" And I'm like, "Nah, not really."
Yeah. No, I got to the point where I was like, dude, you're literally destroying your own community
Well, and
for
she
no reason.
was it was hard to watch her, dude. Like, okay, the reason that I became a Batgirl fan in the beginning was because of the love raids. Because
Yes, I thought that was awesome.
yeah, she was trying to help others. I didn't know that that was whatever. I guess Kugel did that before
That's
her
what
or something.
Kugel did. So Batgirl literally stole ideas from people,
Right.
other streamers.
And then
And
got
she was
mad at
like,
him.
I'm taking this and I'm gonna do my own thing, which, is fine. You can't really like put a patent on shit like that, but it's at the same time, it's like, find your own thing.
And then called it literally the same thing too, right?
Yeah, love raids.
Yeah.
Unreal.
But that's when I was like, man, this is fun. I really like helping other streamers. It's what when I first got into Koopa, I was actually in Koopa for about 2, 3 months before I knew what a support run was.
Yeah. Oh,
But
it
what
took me a while.
once I found out what it was, I was like, dude, this is a lot of fun. Like just watching streamers smile because a lot of people stream to nobody
Mm-hmm.
and for like really, really long periods of time.
Yep. Yeah, just to have that the ability to basically brighten someone's day that is streaming to, 1 to 2 people, and then you have, 15 to 20 people just come through and say, "Hey, we see you."
Like,
Like,
yeah,
from a streamer standpoint, that is awesome. that
Right.
makes you want to continue doing what you're doing.
There's a lot of people close to quitting, and just being able to pop in there like that.
It revitalizes that whole entire like I'm doing this for fun, but I also like making the friends along the way, and a lot of people don't make those connections and they feel like they're hitting a wall. So, when we were doing the love raids, it was really cool to go in there and see the reactions of these people that don't get this kind of, attention. They're thinking, well, this is cool.
Right.
you know it's cool from their standpoint. I've never been love rated, but I never really cared. I
Never
didn't use
got
Twitch
love
name for
rated
money.
either.
Never needed it. I mean, I never cared to be love rated. I didn't know it was a thing until I got part of Beck Gang and they started doing the love raids. And at the end of the day, it's just it to me, I felt like, as you look back on it now, you kind of look at it and you're like, if you think about it, all she was doing was building up a community for herself
True.
to say, hey, we're going to go help other people when really she's helping herself. That's how my mind is now seeing love raids. I see it as not necessarily a money grab, but let's face it, you're not creating a community like that just for other people.
Right. And that's, you just seen the Twitch CEO come out and say that collaborations are the number one way to grow your channel.
Yep,
Well, what better way to collaborate than to bring your community into someone else's channel to meet
exactly.
their community?
Don't get me wrong, I'm not opposed to, going in and helping someone get the views or reach affiliate or anything like that. I'm all for that because don't get me wrong, I was in that boat. I was in that boat when I wasn't making it. I wasn't even getting affiliate and I was streaming to no viewers. The shit, it does suck. You get to the point where you're just like, I don't want to do this anymore. And
Right.
then you decide to just, let's do one more stream. And then all of a sudden you're hitting those numbers. Like that's huge. And then you finally reach affiliate and you can kind of like take a deep breath and set back and go, I did it.
Right. And
Now,
then you
those
can
of us
really
that did it on
customize your
our
channel.
own, right? And then those of us that did it on our own without needing a community to do it, to me, that's a huge feat. I did it without really using a community. I just
Right.
made friends, made genuine connections with people. We would go to each other's streams, and the next thing you know, I get an email saying, "Hey, you reached affiliate," and I'm like, "Well, that's fucking cool. I wasn't even trying.
How are you meeting people at that time?
I was just literally just scrolling through Twitch. This is like just going through there, jumping in people's chats, just talking. I mean, networking is a thing. I will not disagree with that. Networking definitely helped me on my end
See, and
because
I
those
was
people
doing
that I
that,
made to.
and then I started my Twitter. Like, I was streaming to absolutely nobody over at YouTube.
Hmm.
And then when I moved to Twitch, I was like, well, I need a good way of meeting people. So I started Twitter as well, which is like, I met like 3 people out of like 1,000 that were good people.
Yeah. Yep.
But that's how I got affiliated, was like you said, through the Twitch app itself and Twitter. Like, I was affiliated before I joined like any Discords.
Yeah. Exactly.
And then,
And that shit's rough. I didn't get into the streaming thing until Twitch kind of integrated with PlayStation back in like 2014, 2015, something like that. And I did one stream from my PlayStation and I
oh my
streamed to
God.
no viewers. But you know what? It was just cool knowing that, hey, maybe somebody will see my shit and they'll be like, hey, this looks fun. No camera. I couldn't even like, I had like on my TV was where my chat was. So I'm not even using my phone or nothing. I'm just doing like the bare minimum because honestly, I had no idea what I was really even doing. I didn't really care. I was just like, this will be fun. Let's stream. Let's see what happens.
Right.
I think I streamed for like an hour and a half, zero viewers.
Do you still have that video?
I'd have to find it, dude.
Oh
It's
my
kind of
God.
cringy. I'm not gonna lie. It is cringy. So back in like PS4 era, when Destiny 2 was, the game to play, and we were doing I think I was streaming Last Wish raid, or no, it was one of the raids. It was one of the original Leviathan raid, I think is what it was. And A lot of people hadn't really gotten to that power level to do raids, and I was like, this would be kind of cool to, maybe some people, but I didn't share it anywhere. I didn't know where to share it. I didn't have
Right.
Twitter.
Your
I had
Facebook.
just like kind of well, Facebook was what I had, but I didn't, Facebook gaming wasn't really even a thing.
Right.
So I mean, yeah, you could share it, but you're still only guaranteed, the people that you personally know, and a lot of the people I knew, none of them streamed. None of my personal friends really got into streaming until I really kind of got into it, and then I found out, hey, I stream too, and I thought that's kind of cool. It's a lot of
Yeah.
fun. A lot of fun people I've met along the ways, though.
That's one thing is that really none of my IRL friends stream at all.
Right? It's mind blowing because you're like, not trying to. Oh shit, my wife's calling me. I'm gonna
I'm-
go AFK for just a second and see what she's gonna yell at me about.
yeah, you're good. I'm like, I don't know why more people don't stream until I start getting into support stuff and crazy Discord stuff. And then you're like, even if they don't know it, there's a whole mess of shit waiting for them as soon as they do start streaming. Hey, welcome to the streaming world. By the way, this shit is crazy. That was one thing about Bat Gang that was sort of the end for me was when she was doing the it's Bat Gang or nothing. And then obviously the mass DM. Good majority of us had already stepped down and we're like, no, we're not. First of all, you don't own us. And second of all, man, most of her content was just kind of brutal. It was just very brutal. She was not very technical. I mean, the best thing she had was like a soundboard. I'm just like, ugh. And then so we all, the otters are formed. We're all doing that. And then I bring evil into Koopa because, she did put so much work in for Batgirl.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, damn, she would probably be better at this than I am. And I even vouched for her to everybody, dude, Bowser, all of them. I was like, yo, bring her in. She's going to be a great addition. And she was. I mean, she was up 2, 3 in the morning running support runs and stuff. And, to be fair, she did a lot of this while she was live.
Yeah. Oh God.
Because, I mean,
Multitask.
yeah, she was a good multitasker. And to be honest, there wasn't a whole lot going on in her streams. Like, especially like right at the beginning of when she came to Koopa,
Mm-hmm.
and then I was there for it when she was like over 100 on Twitch, when she got verified on Kick, the multiple raids from Bowser and all this crazy stuff. I was there for all those big moments, dude.
Yep.
And you
Yeah,
kind
those
of
were
got to
huge.
see this weird transformation from her where now she felt like she was sort of like better than everybody.
Yep. Ego started growing.
Real bad.
Bad,
And
bad.
it was kind of painful to watch, but even after what went down in Otter Lodge, I still just, for the sake of optimism, I was like, I'm still just gonna give her a chance, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Not gonna
100%.
not gonna ban her, not gonna kick her
Nope.
from my Discord. I'm gonna stay in her Discord. I moved her from mod to VIP, which was, I guess, a huge insult to her.
Yep.
I was like, really? You got a fucking
Yeah.
VIP badge. That's fucking
Yeah, like
pretty
what more
dope.
do you want? Like you're welcome.
Right? And I
Like,
remember like
damn.
right after it went down, she popped into my chat and was like, "Well, I'm just gonna have to lurk here in the background because everybody hates me, and if they see
It
me,
was a
they're just
pity
gonna
party.
ban me." Yeah, it was just this whole
It
fucking
was
pity
a
party.
pity party and I hated it. It irritated me so fucking bad.
Yeah,
It's like
that's
you're just asking for the attention that you don't deserve.
right. And it just kind of came out of nowhere to where it was like, "What the fuck are you doing, evil?"
Yeah.
Like, really? And that's when I started losing faith a little bit, dude. And
Mm-hmm.
and then of course the new Koopa Discord is formed. Boy, that sure was a shit show waiting to happen.
Yeah. The
The amount of people that joined immediately that just wanted to talk shit or be there for the drama or spy. There's all this
yeah.
weird
Spying, I think,
spying.
was the big one.
Like, what the fuck, dude?
You'd see the individuals join and you're like, "Oh, this ought to be rich." And they don't say a word. You already know they're in there just trying to just see what kind of bullshit they can get from it.
Exactly.
You know?
And can they bring in the eyeballs to their channel from it?
Right.
And
I
that's
I
like,
have one Twitch account, one username on Discord. Like people out there making multiples just to spy on other Discords or spy on other streamers
right, which
for
is
no like
insane.
it's unreal. Like why are you even devoting that much time to this? Why is it so big, like such a big deal for you?
Just waiting for drama to happen.
Literally just so they can be like, haha,
I knew it.
I
I
have
told you
I have
guys.
content. Time to bring you guys down. You know, it's like just let communities be communities. Like when shit goes south, move on. Like no reason to just sit there and dwell on it.
That's
Some
what
people just can't let go.
that's what confused me about the first Koopa Discord being deleted was like if you
Hmm.
guys really made those connections, then why the fuck do you care if the Discord is gone?
Right. If you're friends, you're still friends. It's literally just a gathering place for these people.
Right.
You can still have the genuine connections with the individuals outside of the communities.
But of course, that's not what they're upset about. What they're upset
No.
about is, oh shit, I'm not gonna get a support run.
Right, exactly. Then the number of times I got hit with a support run, and I wasn't really active in Koopa because I'm not gonna lie, I felt the overwhelming um number of people that were in there that I had never talked to in my life.
Right, it
And
was
it's
a
I'm not
massive
a
Discord.
yes, I mean it was huge. I'd never been in a Discord with this many people before. And when you got they do the support runs, you're like, so there's 3,000 people plus in this Discord. And I'm getting a support run with, 20, 30 people. I'm like, okay, this is cool. This is more people than what I'm used to, but at the same time, it's like there's 3,000 plus people in this Discord, and this is how many people are active. So I can understand from Bowser's standpoint because he was probably like, listen, obviously there's a lot of inactive things here.
Right.
It's easier just to get rid of it and start over. Well, of course, that just threw a fucking red flag, and everybody, oh, Koopa Troop finally shut down. We finally did it, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, well, you're not killing. Yes, the Discord's gone, but the genuine connections are still there.
Right. Oh my god, the amount of fucking haters celebrating that
Oh,
first Discord.
dude, Twitter was something else.
Oh my god, who was it? It was either Stoogel
Fucking
or
Captain Caldwell,
Rony Baloney.
Sigil, Rony Baloney. That was the other one, who, by the way, has a new username, I guess.
Oh, okay.
So,
Just got tired of the nickname Rony
I
Baloney.
probably. He needed a new alias to actually get people to actually like him again.
Told me one of their conspiracies was that Discord deleted the Koopa Troop Discord server because it violated terms of service. And they're like, and he just timed it out perfectly live on air. He just knew it was going to happen and he even made a show out of it. I was like, you guys are fucking idiots, dude.
Right. It's just clout. That's essentially all they were after was the clout.
Right. Look, I was right.
Right? Ha! I told you. Now come watch my streams.
Yeah, come support me. I knew everything about this. I can grow your channel.
Yeah, there's few select people out there recreating grow shows and shit, and it's just like, get your own fucking ideas.
Just make it your own at
Just
least, you
make
know.
it your
Make it
own.
your
Don't
own.
just use an existing community that's not even there for you to monetize off of or to grow off of.
Right.
Like to me, that just says, "Hey, I'm a shitty streamer."
That's when people are like, they're like, dude, I added a chicken dance. I hope you're not mad. I'm like, dude, I'm obviously not mad. Just make it your own, bro.
Yeah, dude. Like you had one. It was that's what I think we mentioned last time is you've had a chicken dance longer than I have, and it's in my name. And
Right.
everybody's like, "How come you don't have one?" I said, "Honestly, I don't know." So of
Right.
course, you had your little hat, dude. I one upped you and got a whole ass mask.
Dude, it's so cool. I
But
fucking love it.
it's different, but it's similar. But I remember because I remember asking. I think I sent you a DM and said, "Hey, do you care if I add a chicken dance to mine?" And you were like, "Fuck yeah, do it."
Right.
And that's just the respect thing. It's like, yes, it's in my name, but at the same time, I don't want to be like that guy that's like, hey, I'm stealing your idea
Right,
because
for
that's just
sure.
wrong,
And it's like as
you
long
know?
as you make it your own. And that was one thing was fucking evil. She literally like named it a few of hers that she took from mine, and she didn't even really like make it her own, you know? It was just like, well, I'm just doing this because he knows he's doing it.
Right.
And I'm like, just evil, just come on. Be
Just
creative.
expand. Yes. Create your own, I
Right.
guess, your own thing that that sets you apart from other streamers.
And then
Mine just so happens to be a mixture of shitty gameplay and a chicken head,
dude.
you know? Like, that's what I'm good at.
It's
And I shit
hilarious,
talk a
bro.
lot.
I need you to get super hype on one of those and get that chicken head flying off, dude.
Dude, I've tried to fling that thing off there. It stays
Oh,
on
really?
my head the whole time. My headset falls off, and then like as I'm fucking doing the dance, it's like my headset smacking me in the face because it's stuck inside this chicken head. Like, it's not ideal at all. And
uh,
everybody seems to redeem it at like the worst possible times since like, mainly like last night when I streamed in the middle of Lethal Company.
right.
I'm literally getting like hit with a chicken dance. I'm like, you guys suck. And then I gotta reach over here, grab it, change the scene, throw that son of a bitch on, and then hope and pray to God a bracken doesn't show up behind me. It's fun.
Right.
Makes for good content.
That's why I like it so much. And I couldn't make a new scene for it because people spam the chicken dance so frequently that it's
Yeah,
like, well, I literally have a hook on my wall and the chicken hat is like one arm reach away.
yeah, yeah. I need to make mine more accessible, but it is definitely not.
Well, yours is a lot bigger too.
Yeah, it takes up a little bit more real estate on my area, but it's fun. I enjoy it. I mean, it's the one, and it's even funnier is when I'm in the middle of this and my kids are walking down the hallway and they see me doing this. They just kind of stand there and stare at me and they're like, "Yeah, Dad's lost his mind."
Yeah.
And then I take the mask off and they're just like, "What are you doing?" And of course, I'm just like, I'm doing the chicken dance." And of course, now they want to play with the chicken head. It's just that fun stuff.
Right. Brings joy to it.
My kids enjoy it. I enjoy it. I hope my viewers enjoy it. But,
And
like I said, I just do it because it's fun.
and that was sort of a big reason why Bowser and I were like, are we gonna bring back Koopa Troop? You know? We were like streaming just like a month or two ago was in a really, really bad spot.
Mm-hmm.
Dreams were dead, people were giving up. I mean, it's the lowest I'd ever seen numbers, which is weird because it's
Mm-hmm.
usually the busiest time of year.
Yeah.
And we were just basically like, we could bring this back. We could keep it smaller and we could bring a lot of joy to we could bring smiles back to streamers, bring faith back to
Right.
streaming. And of
Exactly.
course, instantly, we, instantly, it was turned into something crazy. And I had
Right.
brought in a few otters to be on the mods, like Bats and Jess.
Mm-hmm.
And so when we brought Koopa back, of course, who wants to be mod again? Evil.
Right.
and Ghost is DMing Scotia, and we got to get Evil in here. And I'm like, hold on.
Yeah.
And I reach out to Bats and Jess first, and they're basically like, we're not even really ready to talk to her.
Right.
And I'm like, damn. At this point, I was still like, she was still in my Discord and stuff, and me, Evil were
Mm-hmm.
still talking. I
Yep.
was like, damn, you guys really can't put it aside. There's nothing you, I mean, Evil says, but Evil never really said she was sorry when I talked to her.
She really didn't. She never apologized because she doesn't think she did anything wrong.
Right. She doesn't
And
feel like she was in the wrong at all.
no, and she 100% was. I mean, and this is I want Gypsy to give her side of the story because obviously her and Gypsy were best friends. And Gypsy's like, she's just like, hey, I'm busy. I can't just be on, answering Discord messages all day. And essentially, that's like when she came into the VC and we were playing, I think we are playing Phasmo. And she was like, "Oh, you guys didn't even invite me," and "Oh, and thanks for replying to my message, Gypsy." And we were just like, "Well, what the fuck is your problem?"
Right.
And it was ever since then, it was just like, that was kind of fucking rude. Like, I mean, yeah, we're assholes, but that's like next level shit right there.
Right. And she was rude to me too, but she didn't,
For no reason.
I didn't feel like the harassment and the stuff that the others had felt really. So like I was still
True.
talking to her and still trying to be like, you got
Mm-hmm.
this, Evil. Part of me felt like maybe the otters and her could have like made up
We
one day.
could have resolved all of the issues with a simple phone, like a simple, discussion.
Right.
But she played it off as the victim and just pretty much just said, "No, you guys don't want me here. I can tell I'm not wanted, yada yada." And we were like, "No, that's not even close."
Literally
It's
none of
like,
us had ever said that to you ever.
no, and like you're literally like the way we looked at it is like you're literally just willing to throw away, a year's worth of friendship over, yes, you were having a bad day. We get that, but let's talk about it. Like I'm sorry you had a bad day or shit's not going your way or whatever was going on, but at the same time we didn't know what was going on, and it was like, well, okay, cool, I guess we just you know deal with it because I guess that's how grown adults do things now.
Right. We're
we
like,
don't we
come
don't
on,
talk
Evil.
about our feelings.
Yeah. And I was trying to mend relationships and build bridges back up, and it wasn't working. And so obviously, I think that's when some of the drama really started with the new Koopa Discord, aside from all the haters and whatever popping in, and Bowser
Right.
having a little fun on Twitter.
Nah.
Oh, I miss that. I text him all the time. I'm like, bro, even if you don't come back to streaming as like Bowser or whatever, can you pop onto Twitter like once a month?
Right, just to stir the pot up a little bit.
I'm just waiting for it, dude. Come on, man.
Please.
Please.
I need this in my life. And that was
And
one thing I enjoyed. Like, I was really, when I was new to the Koopa Troop and all that, and I was like, let's go in there and see, what it's about. I went into Bowser's stream, and I'm just like, holy shit! Like, this is high energy. This is fun. And he just basically talks the way he wants to talk about things, and he doesn't give a shit about your feelings. And I'm like, that's fucking awesome.
yeah,
That's what attracted me to Bowser
your
was
first
his
party
don't
stream
give a
ever,
fuck
you're
attitude.
like, whoa, this is different than
Yeah.
any other stream I've ever seen. This is
Dude,
crazy.
it was fun. I genuinely had a good time. I was involved, and I was talking, and you don't feel left out. So
Yeah,
that's
because
why
he
I have a
includes
hard
you.
time understanding like how some people are just like fuck Bowser, he's terrible, blah blah blah. And it's like, well, but how?
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
like
Why?
the
Because he
dude
doesn't care
doesn't.
about your feelings?
Right. I mean, God, sorry, forgot you needed a safe space.
You can
You
attack
know,
him 24/7, but he says one thing and he's the most
right.
evil person in the world.
He's an asshole. Yes, we all are. We get this. Like, we are human. We're
Exactly.
gonna say some shit to hurt your feelings, and sometimes we do it on purpose.
Because it's
But
good
that's
for you.
just human nature.
And that was one thing is he was always such a great mentor watching
Hmm.
his streams and like, I didn't know shit about fucking streaming. So as he's telling me all this stuff, he's like one of the funniest ones was the one of his rants about sleep streams. I remember
Hmm.
almost fucking crying at work, dude.
Yeah,
Like, damn, bro.
he's savage, and I love that. Like to just not give a shit.
Yeah, I miss that,
Because I mean,
dude.
ultimately, he didn't care about anybody's feelings. He was just like, "Hey, I'm creating this community for you guys." And I genuinely think that he created the Koopa Troop for the people.
Right. And then the
Yes, he had
people,
his grow show, but it was just to literally connect with other people with, I mean, the same goals as you, to
right.
grow, to get more viewers, to get your name out there.
And not just that, it was just so much fun, dude. Like,
Yeah.
it's not like a lot of other gross shows.
Right. Yeah. Oh God.
This is painful.
Yeah. And what's even funnier is those people that got hit with those raids are the ones now talking so much shit about him.
All the ones we got verified.
Verified on Kick. We what was it? Who was it? We got pushed to, there was somebody I thought we got affiliate or something like on Kick. It was just, there was just so many things where it was just like, you ungrateful fucking swines.
Right. Oh, so
Like
now
this
you guys
dude,
are good. Oh, now you think it's
right?
all
Because
evil. Oh, okay.
exactly, you met your goal. Now you don't care about anybody but yourself.
Right. And I
Like
kind of got
that's
that
shitty.
feeling with evil sometimes too.
Yes, she hit affiliate or hit partner on Twitch, and it seemed like, not that she didn't stream for 12 to 15 hours at a time, anyways, but now it was a money grab because now she's a partner, and now she's got the check mark, so people are gonna see the check mark, go, hey, that's a partnered streamer. I want to go in there. But the
Right.
problem is you go into some of these partnered streams and it's crickets.
And it's fucking
Chat ain't
boring
moving.
as shit.
And it's
Like, what the
boring.
fuck?
It's like, oh my God, do something. Like you want to sit there and poke it with a stick.
Yeah.
Or like, dance, or, you know, eat a fucking, worm. Like do something stupid. Entertain me. That's the point.
Yeah. Stop multitasking. I can see that you're
Right.
just chilling in Discord and in other people's
Right.
streams.
Exactly. And like I said, I mean, I to this day I still wish things were different. But yeah, I mean, you just can't change some people's perspectives on what they want to do. I mean,
Yeah. And that's one thing is I always completely agreed with what Bowser was saying, like 100 million%. But I was just
hmm,
like, I'm just gonna let people make whatever content they want. And to
yep.
be fair, the viewership and interactivity will speak for itself.
Oh yeah, 100%. And I'm one of those, like, I enjoy your streams because it's high energy. You
Right.
have a good time. You interact with your chat. It doesn't take you 5 hours to finally go, oh hey, how you doing? And by that time, you're already, that person's already gone. There's
Yeah.
just, that's one of my favorite things about being in your streams is, it's high energy. You're just having a good time. It's basically like a party with,
Exactly.
30, 40 of your closest friends. Like that's the content that a lot of people are looking for. And then you go to some others people's contents and you're like, oh, they've been streaming for, 7 hours. What are they playing? What are they even doing? And then you're like, okay, well, this is boring. I'm out. There's no retention to viewership with some people, but they're in it for
Exactly.
the money. It's like if you're in it for the money, then you need to entertain those people.
Right.
That's the point of this.
They
If you're
could be
not in it for the money,
watching
then cool.
so many other streams, but they're taking a second
Exactly.
to come into yours, and you're not even reading their chat for like
You're not
20
even
minutes.
acknowledging it. Yeah. And then by that 20 minutes, you're like, I've already moved on. I'm on the next conversation.
Oh, I mean, I've unfollowed people.
Oh, 100%. If I don't get noticed within, the first minute or two, like I give some people benefit of the doubts. Like Sinister Heat, for example, he streamed on a potato, and it was the slowest fucking computer known to man. So I gave him benefit of the doubt, I'm like, "Hey, dude, I kind of feel bad for you because, your stream's obviously like 3 years behind, just to fuck with him, you
Right.
know." But you
Well,
have some people that the specs of their PCs, and you just know that they're just straight up not it's like they forget they're streaming.
right.
Like they've become so used to just being live that it's just another day of sitting in front of your computer playing a video game.
Right. They're not even looking at their chat because it's been dead for hours and
Yeah,
hours.
right. And when finally somebody comes through and you're just like, "Hi," and that's all I get.
Yeah.
Mm,
That's it. That's it. You've been alone for 2 hours and all you get is a, hey, how are you? Thanks for coming
right.
in.
Hey, thanks for coming in.
I'm like, well, that's
Um,
it.
all right, cool. Fuck me, I guess. I'm out.
Right. All right. I'll see myself out the door.
Right? You don't even have to ban me because I'm not coming back.
Right. I try to
I'm
give
all
people
for it.
benefit of the doubt too. I mean, obviously, if they're friends, I'll be patient as fuck. But like with
Mm-hmm.
like new people I meet, if
With
it's
new
like,
people, if I'm not acknowledged in chat, and I get it, if your chat's flying, like this is the one thing with the partner streamers is your chat's
oh
fucking
yeah,
moving. I totally understand missing me
right,
because I'm one out of the 200 people or 100 people, whatever, that are in your chat talking at the same time.
right. But if it's just me and Stream Elements,
Yeah, yeah. If it's just me and Wisebot talking, guess what? I'm probably gonna end up just shutting my stream down, and I'm just gonna just play the game. Like I don't, I feel like it's an attention thing. It's like,
yeah.
hey, I'm live, come support me.
Or it's one
And
of
it's like,
those. I'm just waiting to go viral. It's gonna happen, man.
yeah,
I
I'm the
just need
next
to be
TikTok
live.
sensation.
If I'm not live 24/7, then how could it possibly happen?
Right. And I'm all for content, but when you're 12 hours into your stream and that's hard for people that genuinely cared about you. That's hard on us. That is really hard because it's like, I can't sit in here for this.
Yeah, what am I just gonna sit here for 12 hours? Fuck.
Sinister just texts me, goes, "Why y'all gotta talk shit about me?" He is stirring right now. He wants to talk so bad.
Oh man, I love Sin Shady.
I do too. He's a good dude.
Yeah.
And I think he was one that kind of, because obviously he had sent Evil that monitor. I sent her headset. We did so much for her.
We all cared so much, and
We
she
all cared.
showed care back before the check mark.
Correct. After that check mark,
The
all
way
the
she
gloves were off.
supports now, all she does is spam that stupid little fucking cat.
Yeah.
And she'll spam the same GIF in every Discord.
Every single Discord. Good morning
Yeah, I'm
at
like,
3 o'clock in the afternoon.
this is not how it's done.
Yeah, spamming gifs and emotes and shit, and then going live immediately, and then streaming till 3, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Right?
And it's like, and it's one of those things where it's like, how does your marriage survive? How do you have a social life?
How do
Do
you,
you even go to the bathroom?
right?
Do
Which,
you get out of your chair? There's just, I get it. Some people just like streaming that much. But like when it becomes your life and it literally it engulfs you, it's time to like maybe call the hotline for like gambling addiction and see if there's one for like streaming addiction.
it's no longer a show. It's
No,
really just an eyeball to your world. And
literally,
unfortunately, her world was, not the best.
correct.
So
I
10
I, and I
hours into the
definitely,
stream, you're more like, man, this is just hard.
yeah, and especially when you have these people pulled up on on your computer. It's like I am using so much RAM for nothing.
Right.
Like my computer is going, hey, can we like turn this off? There's been nothing in like the past 30 minutes. Like when my shit starts lagging, that's when I'm like, all right, time to shut some tabs down. Because clearly they are still live.
Yeah. See, I've always been a two tab guy.
Yep, I run 2 tabs.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll pop a third one up if it's a random person that I haven't seen in a while. But
Right.
yeah, I'm normally a two-tab person, and I mute the tabs, and I kind of get in there every now and then. I'll pop my head back in. I'm not gonna say I'm a dedicated streamer, but I'm not gonna sit at my computer and watch your stream while not doing anything else.
Right.
Like
Exactly.
like he knows here is the only one that I will leave unmuted, and I will usually have it on one of my monitors, and I will not block it because it's just that much fun.
Well, apologies for the jump scares then.
Oh, I, I'm still deaf from the flashbangs, so I get it. Like that was another one of my things I picked up from a buddy. He had it in his stream, and I said, "Bro, can I borrow that? Can I do that in my stream?" And he said, "Absolutely."
Oh, what was his name? KD Express?
KD Express.
Man, he
The
was cool. Is
dude
he still
is
streaming?
no, he's going through some I want to say he's still going through some of his life events. I mean, he got laid off, and that was the last I've talked to him. And I feel for him. I hope he's back up on his feet.
Yeah. Look,
But
that's the thing is a lot of people don't put real life first and they put
correct.
this
And
shit
and I
first.
hope and I hope that he's doing great, and that everything I'm hoping maybe he just got tired of streaming. Maybe he just said, "You know what? I'm going to focus on my family."
Right.
I applaud people like that. When you give up something that you were having so much fun with because you realize that real life takes, you know, precedence over that. Those are the people I have respect for.
Right.
But you have some people that streaming is their life. It's a wonder how you're still married and how you still have a roof over your head.
Exactly. Like, how are you taking care of anything in real life?
How do you survive
I
doing
don't
this
get
every
it.
day? I cannot make a living streaming.
Fuck
There's no way.
me
Even
neither.
if even if I was ninja, I would still feel like I can't sit in front of a computer and play video games. I just can't do it for hours on hours on hours. Because I mean, let's face it, most people's normal working hours, 5 to 9, or 9 to 5, 8 to 5, things like that. 8 to 9 hours a day I spend at work. To think of it as I'm sitting in front of a computer playing Fortnite for 8 hours, that would be hard.
Yeah, I don't think I could. I
I
honestly,
couldn't do it. There's no
I
way.
would go fucking crazy.
Dude, my ass would be asleep.
Yeah.
Like, I would have to be one of those people that has the desk that raises up, and I would have to stand in game because my whole body would just be like a potato.
Could you imagine me trying to do a fucking 12-hour stream? I don't.
Dude, I have when I did my 24-hour stream,
Oh, I remember
I
that.
will never for the life of me do that again. That was one of those things that I was like, "You know what? Let's try it. Let's see how much stupid shit I can get. How badly can I torture my 33-year-old body? Let's try it." And dude, I'll tell you right now, I hit hour like 14, and I wanted to die. It was bad.
At that point, I'd just be like, BRB screen, go
Literally,
sleep
dude. I
for
mean,
eight
I had to do a
hours.
BRB screen, and I had to leave my house, go to the gas station to actually see what fresh air was like and see civilization. Because I mean, I'm sitting in my computer room in front of my computer playing games with anybody and everybody that would want to join just to keep me awake. Like when you get to that point where you like just you thrive off of streaming for that long, you really should reevaluate your life.
Yeah, just God, I couldn't imagine really doing anything for that long of a period of time.
I can't do it.
I just no. My attention span
Nope,
is like no.
can't do it. And I've told myself I will never do it again, ever. And then
But
there's people that literally do them just for like the big like the littlest achievements that they get.
it's a short stream for some people.
Yeah.
Where you're like,
Oh,
what?
yeah. Like I'll stream for I think I usually stream anywhere from 2 to 3 hours. I would say 3 hours is like my max.
Yeah,
And
I'd say the
you
same,
know,
like maybe 4 or 5 hours if it's something special.
yeah, if you're getting hit with multiple raids, I will totally extend that. And there's just people that get those raids and it's a party for about 2 minutes and then you can watch the numbers just disappear
Yeah.
because they're obviously not interested. Like
Oh,
I
you've
watch my
been live
numbers when
for
I stream.
17 hours. I think I'll just keep moving
Right.
on.
It's unreal. It is unreal. I can't fathom how people can live like that.
But then again, some people do. And if you want
Yep.
an open eyeball to that world of reality, there's plenty of streamers out there that are just like her.
Yes. There. Oh God. Yes. There are people all over the place. There's people that will do, um, B and Bree. I love B and Bree to death. They're my favorite duo
I love
streamer.
them too. I
They are
love
are
them.
doing their like what is it?
Yeah,
Their subathon, and they're trying to break the record
right.
for longest ongoing stream. And they still have another 200 something days, but
See,
they go to bed, they play games, they go do IRL stuff, they go to Disney Springs. They don't just sit in front of their computers this whole time. They actually go out and do things. They actually see civilization. That is awesome
because
to
they
me.
actually live like an interesting life where it's like,
Right.
this is a fun eyeball to open reality.
Right.
Whereas
Like
the other reality of a dark room, someone staring at a computer screen for
with
24
a really
hours.
glitchy light in the background.
Right. You're like, oh man, this is painful. You know?
Yeah. Lighting is a big thing. And when it's dark,
Yeah.
I'm not really like interested because it seems like it's is an off type. It feels like this is a vampire stream.
Yeah.
Like I'm it's broad daylight. Why is it so dark in your room?
But
But like I said, to each their own.
to each their own. And I guess I just would finish with honestly, Evil, I hope the best for you. I hope that maybe one day you switch up your content and make it more presentable, really,
Yep.
and that you find success. And there's no ill will from me towards you. I know a lot of the otters, probably will never forgive you, but I think that if you could just apologize, that would go a long way. Is there anything you would want to close with, Chicken Strips?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm open to conversation. I mean, if you feel that there's a disagreement, let's talk. But when you just pretty much just tell us we're wrong and that you're right, that just I mean, it pretty much just it was like a fuck you.
Yeah.
We all took that personally. We went from being great friends and played games together. We supported each other's streams to, a minor setback and it blew out of proportion because you just didn't want to have a conversation. You just played the victim. My door's open, my DMs are open.
Yeah,
I'm not
that's one
opposed to a
thing.
conversation.
I banned
I know
her.
Sinister would love to have a conversation with you. He just
Oh,
texted me and
Jesus.
said he would.
I banned her from my Discord and stuff, but
I haven't
never.
banned her from anything. And I
I,
won't I don't think I ever will because I don't want to be I don't want that burden on me if things do get, go a different direction and she decides to have a conversation.
sure. That's what I
You
was gonna
know,
say is I never blocked her on Discord. Like she
nope.
could always reach out to me.
Yep, she's more than welcome. We're still friends on Discord. We still follow each other on Twitch. And every now and then I'll pop in there. I may not say anything because I can see that you've been streaming for 12 hours, but we did what we could
We did what
and we
we
tried to
could.
make the situation better.
You burned
Just
all the bridges yourself, and
to me, I think all the otters are pretty much just time to lay it to rest and we've all, I'm pretty sure everybody's moved on. Evil has gained her new friends from the Koopas that are, obviously traitors to the Koopas. So everybody found their niche and they're doing their own thing.